and I were looking at the rosters. Both these teams very deep, so there's a lot of fouls to give tonight.
Yeah, that's a great observation by you, Kevin. And when you have that kind of circumstance where your bench is deep, it allows you, I think, to bring an aggressive mindset in terms of how you're going to defend and how you're not going to allow easy baskets because you're able to foul and not be so concerned about foul trouble.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Now, Antetokounmpo following the Porzingis miss from deep.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
They get the rebound. Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Launches it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the paint. Here's Middleton. No good. Shot missing. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shoots over Matthews. Wow, way off on that.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Giannis, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. They double him with Middleton. Here's Hardaway. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Passes it to Matthews. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
And Matthews unafraid to let it fly from the mid-range now. A consistent score from this area of the floor.
Here's Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. A three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Hardaway with the steal. That shot missing. Great D that time for Middleton. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. Nice D from Porzingis.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Middleton, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
I like the fact that Middleton can get the shot he wants because of his ball handling ability.
Mavericks trailed by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Doncic. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Hardaway against Bledsoe. Good D by Hardaway. The Mavericks shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Doncic outside. Back to Hardaway. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
Giannis outside. Outside Matthews. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And here's Giannis from outside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Nice watching Antetokounmpo fire with confidence from downtown. A part of the game Giannis is still fleshing out.
And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
That free throw missing. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Well, Clark, what a year it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last season, he took everything to the next level from the get-go. He became a top player in the NBA.
And you know what, guys? Early on, you could see it and you could feel it. It was going to be a special year for Giannis because his progression and development, his hunger, his commitment, his work ethic, all of that helped him become the MVP of the league against a pretty competitive field of MVP candidates.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, you know, no doubt now the Bucks are an elite team in the East. Not only the best record in the league, but getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. This team has a bright future and will be a force in the years ahead.
Matthews, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
They double him with Middleton. Powell trying to free himself up. Hardaway, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. And the Bucks got a lot of big wins, Clark, throughout the season.
They sure did. The Bucks were outstanding all year long. Had a very tough series against the Raptors in the East Final and ended up getting bounced out. But tell you what, this Milwaukee Bucks team, they're going to be in the hunt for championships several years going forward.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Finney Smith after Eric Bledsoe's score. Outside, Porzingis takes the three. It's not going to go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Finney Smith, the second chance points on the tip in. Finney Smith's got 5.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Doncic against Bledsoe. Step back shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 5 points in the game. And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped the scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
And he makes the first. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Wright. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Porzingis. The three-pointer is right on target. Porzingis has got 6.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Right. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Hill kicks to Connaughton. Buries the long-range jumper. And that makes it a tie ball game.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now here's Wright. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Curry attacking. That one's not going to go. Korver with the defensive effort. Right against Hill. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. They now take the lead. He's got 10.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Right, the pass to Kleba. Here's Jackson with the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Connaughton. They get it again. Here's Lopez, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Pass to Kleba. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleba, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
And the first one drops. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleba is a versatile defensive stopper too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker too.
So he gets them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Now here's Ilyasova. Defense is right there. Kicks to Lopez. There's the triple. And it's Connaughton missing.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Curry finds Porzingis. Outside Jackson. Now here's Wright. Passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense in screen and rolls.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Ilyasova. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
That free throw good from Ilyasova.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
Jackson kicks to Wright. In the corner, it's Kleba. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Bucks trail by 6. Outside Hill. The pass to Ilyasova. Baseline try, and that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lopez with the steal. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
We've got Ilyasova. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Kyle Korver is out there with George Hill. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Mavericks leading by 4. Curry with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Korver with the defensive effort. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Perfect shooting form from K-Square, Kyle Korver. Man, is he a laser. A quick release and always gets himself squared up for the look.
Right. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
the Bucks, a team that will attack you from deep. The team is chock full of shooters.
Yeah, and you know, they shot the second most threes in the league last year, and that approach makes an awful lot of sense when you consider how good Giannis is driving the ball down the throat of the defense. He draws so much attention. Having shooters around him is the right way to go.
The first one falls. We were asked this the other day, you and I, if you could choose one guard in the league to shoot a clutch three-point shot for you, Clark, who would be your guy?
Ironically, they're both on the same team, Kevin. I would start with Steph Curry. I think he clearly is the guy you want shooting it. And then after that, I would go with Klay Thompson. There are a number of other guys, but Steph is a pretty good gap in front of most. And then I think Klay is just a notch or two below Steph.
I agree. Great backcourt. Lillard up in Portland, another one. There's so many great ones in the NBA. But
Yeah, Lillard would certainly be on the three-man list for sure.
And Lopez throws it down.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Wright. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Korver. Outside Hill. On deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Wright. No good on that one. Good D by Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. Guarded by Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and the change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Now here's Lopez. Hands it from downtown. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
A floater. Brunson, no good. And the Bucks with possession. They're on an 11-1 run right now. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Mavericks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
A floater. It's deflected.
Boy, the defensive chops of Ilyasova really coming into play here. I mean, quite surprising, actually impressive at how good he is at timing those shot blocks.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Milwaukee. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Wright with it. Now Well guarded by Middleton, and it's right missing. Bucks leading by 6. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. A shot missing. Hill with some nice D.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Here's DiVincenzo. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And now it's an 8-point Bucks lead. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bledsoe comes in for Hill. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Justin Jackson. Hardaway comes in for Wright, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Powell. Here's Doncic. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Now Powell, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Hardaway with a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Hardaway has got 7 points in the game.
You know, really, Hardaway Jr., guys, is a threat to score from anywhere, especially this area, as we just saw.
Right wing, here's Lopez. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Middleton outside. Doncic against Bledsoe. Lopez left side. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Bledsoe for 3. And that one is off. Nice D from Doncic. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Ilyasova's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Porzingis. And Bledsoe, here we go. It's good. Bledsoe's got his second basket.
You know, really hard to corral Bledsoe when he's playing with that unbridled energy. He's understated, but always aggressive.
And here is Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Bledsoe, and Lopez has it in the corner.
Entering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Matthews, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Kleba. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, all that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Outside Matthews. Pass to Lopez. Giannis is double. The Bucks working the ball around. Clock at 4. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Mavericks trail by 4. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. The pass to Kleba. Hardaway against Matthews. Outside, Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom made for the pick and pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
Here's Giannis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
First free throw is good.
Well, you know, what a season for the Bucks last year. Best record in the East, best record overall in the league. The team cruised during the regular season to win 60 games.
Curry's checked in for Dallas. No good on the second free throw. Hey, Clark, those 60 wins for the Bucks, the most since 1980.
You know, start to finish, this team was a force. Had a great approach on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch. No glaring weaknesses in a game plan that works for them. Future's bright there.
Now, here's Curry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hardaway, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Doncic feeling it out. Middleton against Porzingis. Takes the 13-footer, and Dallas again with the bucket.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shots good by Middleton.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Now, here's Doncic. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Here's Doncic. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Matthews with the steal. Over Hardaway. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he knocks down the first one.
A lot of turnover for the Mavericks this season, but they bring back restricted free agents Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And, you know, those three players have made steady improvement, and that's a credit to how the Mavericks develop young players. They also bring length and athleticism to that rotation.
And so he hits both. Milwaukee leading by 3. Now here's Korver. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. No one covering. Antetokounmpo's got 17.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's blocked.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
And it's sent back by Lopez. On the wing, Korver, headed by Porzingis. Korver kicks to Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Matthews, no one around him. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. Antetokounmpo defending. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Doncic, no good. To the left side wing. Bledsoe for 3. It's tipped. And we finished one half of basketball. Milwaukee on top, up 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully, in the pick and rolls is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes on you. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak. They got to close out on the shooters with conviction, even if it creates some weakness inside.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Now Doncic following the 3-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Porzingis.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Dallas on defense. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 4. Lots of room. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Second shot opportunity. No good on the shot. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Hardaway against Matthews. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Here's Finney-Smith, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
For Milwaukee, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight. That's good from Antetokounmpo. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a third option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
And he has been battling some serious demons at the line tonight. Good to see him finally come through on that trip.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 19, trying to get open as Lopez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. On when you see that step back 3, Clark, for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance. But I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
And the first one at the line is good.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And both free throws good for Giannis. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Hardaway with it. 11 points in the game. Doncic, no good. Here's Giannis. He's off on that one. Nice D from Doncic. Knocked loose. There's the pass to Porzingis. The rebound by the Bucks. Matthews has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Middleton, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Middleton's got 9.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Doncic looking to get back on track here. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
Boy, that was well done by Bledsoe there. Nice timing on that block.
Hardaway against Middleton. Fires it up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Giannis has got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Shoots over Matthews. Doncic, no good.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Matthews, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
It's Powell on the wing. Doncic trying to get open. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. No good from Bledsoe. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And the basket by Hill.
Man, you got to love how precise Hill is and proficient he is with the floaters. Makes them nearly impossible to block with how fast he gets them off.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Jackson. 3-pointer. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Jackson's got 6.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Porzingis against Ilyasova. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Here's Wright. Now the pass to Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, that's not an easy assignment, as Porzingis showed there. He's a lot to handle.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Milwaukee?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the 3-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
And he makes the first. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Comparisons being drawn between Kristaps Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki for their height and skill level, understandably so, and in many eyes, fitting that Porzingis is now a Dallas Maverick.
Here's Wright, following the basket by George Hill. Wright finds Porzingis, and stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Giannis, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
That free throw, no good. And Clark, looking at those 2 players you just mentioned, Nowitzki's 7 foot tall, Porzingis 7'3".
Yeah, you take a look at those guys, and the difference really, I think, is the athleticism of Porzingis. He moves a little better, he bounces a little higher, and as he's gotten stronger, I think center might be his natural position, whereas Dirk was really better suited to being a power forward.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. And Wright kicks to Jackson. Pass to Kleba. Just 5 to shoot. Wright for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Dallas calls timeout.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
Wright outside. Six on the shot clock. From the top of the key, and that one drops for him. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Connaughton. Now Middleton, guarded by Wright. Back to Connaughton. Hill looking it over. Puts up a 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, you can't lose sight of Hill when he's out on the perimeter. A deadly shooter from deep.
Pass to Porzingis. Knocks it loose. Wright outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hill kicks to Middleton. And they double up Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. But they'll get another chance. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks trail by 9. Wright, the pass to Kleba. Wright trying to break free. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The kick out to Wright. Fires the three. And the three ball is good. Wright's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. The pass to Curry. It's blocked, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Bucks leading by 8. Lopez outside. He dishes it to Hill. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the double up Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Moves back up. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
For Dallas, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. 1:24 left to play in the third. Outside Hill. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 31 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis is a beast, a Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Kleba, the pass to Curry. Wright dishes to Curry. Back to Wright. Here's Kleba. Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 9. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Down low. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 9.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Hill. But they get it back. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Hey, offensive rebounding. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Here's Porzingis. What a play. He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks trail by 7. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Mavericks with possession here. Porzingis finds Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Kleba, the pass to Curry. Good on the shot. Curry's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavs.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
That one good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 7.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Stolen. Giannis against Curry.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
Free throw good. Giannis. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. It ends up more of a volume scorer, a role that he's going to have to develop.
First free throw is good. And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you.
And he makes both free throws.
You know, for Tim Hardaway Jr., it's the family business. His dad was a pro and an outstanding one in his own right in the NBA. So Jr. knows exactly what it takes to excel at this level.
To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. First free throw is good.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in the gym range, if anybody has that.
Doncic is checked in for Seth Curry. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
and really making the most of his opportunities there tonight. Hasn't been the struggle we sometimes see him go through.
Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Bledsoe. That's tipped. They recover it. 5 on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Milwaukee the rebound. Lopez, no luck. Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic right side. Stolen by Bledsoe. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Good defensive instincts, and that wingspan that belies his size allows Bledsoe to come up with these steals.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Over onto Kumbo, and Doncic gets it to go.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
First one falls for him.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
Second free throw, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. To the inside, Porzingis. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 5 assists in the game. Bledsoe finds Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Up top, Bledsoe, guarded by Doncic. Here's Antetokounmpo. Porzingis with the block. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Doncic against Matthews. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Milwaukee leading by 3. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Hey, Brook Lopez getting after it. He is one of the better offensive rebounders in the game.
Doncic against Bledsoe. Here's Finney-Smith. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Good D by Lopez.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And, guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Porzingis on the follow.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The kick out to Matthews. Middleton for 3. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
You know, even when the defense is good and really active and aggressive on Middleton, it doesn't faze him. He's a real pro, and he's good at knocking down jump shots.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
The shot's good. Now it's a 6-point Bucks lead. Doncic finds Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
He's just letting it all hang out, guys. When Porzingis is in a groove like this, he just keeps putting it on you.
Bledsoe against Doncic. And to Antetokounmpo.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Dallas calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. I told him this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Fades and shoots. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Doncic.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Antetokounmpo to the middle, and Lopez throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And, Kevin, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Bucks with possession here. The wide open look here for Lopez. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic outside, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Inside, Matthews. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Good D by Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Powell. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee pushing it up. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him. Matthews, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Fast break, Milwaukee. A pull-up, and that one good. Giannis has got 44.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Here's Porzingis, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Antetokounmpo, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
He's off on the first.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
And the second free throw, good. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. Here's Matthews. The kick out to Lopez. Middleton against Porzingis. Lock at 6. Bledsoe outside. Shoots over Doncic. Got a piece of it. Hardaway goes in. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton right side. No good. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Hardaway. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Unflappable under pressure. You see why they give it to Hardaway Jr. because he knows how to rise to the occasion.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Doncic against Bledsoe. Ilyasova in the post. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. To the inside.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive on defense, it makes a difference and causes his coaches to smile.
And here's Porzingis. Throws it up high, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Now here's Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Middleton, the pass to Bledsoe. Over Doncic. And the shot is long.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Lopez. 6 to shoot. There's the pass to Bledsoe. From deep three-point range, the shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Powell. Left side Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway, no good. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleba's checked in. He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. Two-possession game now.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 19 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Doncic, no good. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 6. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Doncic. No good on the quick three. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Lee outside. And Justin Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And so the Bucks take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Brooke, congrats on the win. The bench was huge tonight. How big were they?
You know, we have such a great starting unit, and I think our second unit gets overlooked a lot. You know, they come in, I honestly think they're better than a lot of the first units in the league.
Well, you all helped win the game tonight, Brooke. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.